Okay, so about the spring of 2014, there was a client in the salon, and she said that she knew a former beauty supply store owner that was in the area, that used to be in the area. And I actually do remember that particular store. I had never visited it, but I do remember it. So I asked her, I said, is there a way that you can contact her and ask her, may I speak with her? Because at this point, I need some answers. So a couple weeks later, I was able to touch bases with this former beauty supply store owner, right? We had a great talk. We did talk about her ups and downs. She gave me a lot of really good information. She had been in business for over 10 years, and she was like, Kelly, I wish I would have met you a year ago because I really would have helped you. Well, me too, okay? So one of the questions that I did ask her, because she gave me a lot of great information, is she was a full running beauty supply store owner. She had all of the vendor accounts, and she did discuss the ups and downs that she had with vendors and just a lot of the bumps in the road, a lot of the resistance and everything. And she just gave me a lot of great information. But I did ask her, I didn't ask her like how much she made, but I did ask her about her more profitable years and her profit margins and things like that. Because I did do the research, even before the thing, I did the research about what we should invest, just all of the research, how much should be made, how to go about doing things. So I'm a researcher, so I already knew. She did tell me one of her most profitable years, which is actually pretty good. But the crazy part is it was still only a fraction of what our counterparts make in the same industry. So to me, I still was like low key, like it was a good profit margin, but I was still low key disappointed because they're still making so much more. In these businesses. So April 2015, we closed the beauty supply store. Like that was the final decision. We decided to close it, and it was just something that I don't really talk about. I just kind of closed it and just went about my business. Keep in mind, I still have the salon. The whole time I am a full behind the chair hairstylist. So, I still have my other business as I was trying to build up this business. I speak about these things now because there's always a cycle of things coming back, and here come we need to have black owned beauty supply stores. So what I say about this is I would like to see more people view black owned beauty supply stores differently. What do you mean by that, Kelly? Well, the former beauty supply stores back in the day, I know that we're in a different time, but back in the day were actually mom and pop stores, but they had valuable, meaning they had quality products in the store. So they weren't a huge grocery store type of warehouse with a bunch of products that don't even work. These were smaller type of stores that had people who knew what they were talking about, connected to the community, and had quality products, not quantity of a bunch of low-end products, watered down $2 products. I'm just saying. So if moving forward, we look at these beauty supply stores that are currently open and those that are come, because it's not unattainable. We definitely, if you want to talk about generational wealth, that business is it. But we allow opportunists that are outside of our communities to see the money flow in our communities, and they put their money back in it. It's almost like they create a better plan for us that they can benefit from. Even if you look about where the clusters of beauty supply stores are, now not all beauty supply stores, but the clusters are in underserved communities next to liquor stores and check cashing places. Like let's keep it real. They're the clusters of them, and they could be in back to back across the store from each other, and they all are just making an amazing amount of money. If we put our money, if we take everything and we put our money behind these types of businesses, they're able to create bigger orders where they're able to come together and even get more accounts. So, the thing about the beauty industry is that it's pretty fast moving. So one thing can be in a trend when it comes to these products. Everything is about trending, especially now that social media plays a huge part in it. Everything is about trending. Everything is about what is, what the latest influencer is saying. So then that changes things, and you haven't even sold the former stuff yet, right? But we have to put our backing of our dollars behind these types of products, and not just little sprinkles here and there. We have to pretty much line up like we did that one time on Black Friday in 2013 and we have to create a system for ourselves so that they are getting the full backing of our finances so that they can evolve and grow, place bigger orders, get more vendors, and so that they also can be successful. These small businesses are the ones that are creating jobs in our community, because if you think about even the ones that are now, they're not hiring our daughters and our sons to work in their stores. Okay, so that was my story. I hope it gave you guys some insight and some information as far as my journey as a Black owned beauty supply store owner, and what I went through for that year. Was only one for 1 year, but a really good documentary that I do advise that everyone watches is called a hair story, a Black hair story. Look it up on YouTube by Aaron Hanen, I believe is the name. Very great documentary, and you will understand. It will educate you on what you need to know in regards to this industry. But so thanks so much for watching.